Meanwhile, the deposed Venezuelan leader, Nicolás Maduro, pleaded not guilty to 4 charges in a U.S. federal court on Monday, with each carrying a potential life sentence. Meanwhile, Venezuela's vice president and oil minister was formally sworn in on Monday as the country's interim president. Our Seung-jae has more.
Deposed Venezuelan leader Nicolás Maduro pleaded not guilty to charges in the U.S., including narco-terrorism, drug trafficking, and weapons offenses. Maduro entered the plea in a federal court in Manhattan just days after being captured by U.S. Special Forces in an operation ordered by U.S. President Donald Trump. The arraignment lasted less than 30 minutes, with the judge confirming Maduro's identity and that he understood the 4 charges against him. During the hearing, Maduro insisted he remains Venezuela's legitimate president, calling his capture illegal and describing himself as a prisoner of war. Maduro faces 4 federal counts, each carrying a potential life sentence. The case quickly spilled onto the international stage. At an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council on Monday, the U.S. rejected accusations of aggression against Venezuela, arguing the operation was an act of law enforcement tied to long-standing criminal charges.
As Secretary Rubio has said, there is no war against Venezuela or its people. We are not occupying a country. This was a law enforcement operation in furtherance of lawful indictments that have existed for decades.
However, Colombia, which requested the meeting, condemned the U.S. operation as a clear violation of Venezuela's sovereignty, political independence, and territorial integrity.
There is no justification whatsoever under any circumstances for the unilateral use of force to commit an act of aggression. Such action constitutes a violation of international law and the United Nations Charter.
Russia also accused Washington of abducting Venezuela's elected leader and demanded Maduro's immediate release, with Moscow's ambassador saying the United States had breached international law. Meanwhile, Venezuela announced a new interim leader. Vice President and Oil Minister Delcy Rodriguez was formally sworn in as interim president on Monday. The 56-year-old labor lawyer was sworn in by her brother, National Assembly head Jorge Rodriguez. Early in the day, Rodriguez struck a conciliatory tone toward Washington, inviting the U.S. government to cooperate on a future agenda. She said Venezuela aspires to live without external threats and hopes to move toward balanced and respectful relations with Washington. Her remarks marked a notable shift from earlier statements, expressing firm support for Maduro, as Venezuela faces one of the most consequential political crises in its modern history. Seung-jae, ArirangNews.